Hey everybody, Mr. Youngman here. Today we're going to be taking a look at the interest profiler assignment on Google Classroom. To get started, I'm going to click on the linked worksheet so we can get an idea of what we're dealing with here. On this worksheet, there's going to be a link at the top that's going to be instrumental in completing this assignment. I'm going to go ahead and click on that link now. When we click on that link, it's going to take us to a web page that looks like this. This is the ONET Interest Profiler, which is a useful tool for exploring what careers might be a good fit for you. I'm going to go ahead and hit next on this page a few times until we get to a page that looks like this. And you might have to hit next a couple times in order to reach this page. You're going to use these guiding questions or these guiding activities and mark down if you don't like it at all, you dislike it, you're okay with it, you like it a little bit, or you like it a lot. So just mark down how much you like each of these activities. There are a few pages of this, but if you take your time with it and answer these as honestly as you can, then you'll get a lot more out of this exercise. I've already filled all of mine out in advance of recording this video, so I'm just going to keep hitting next a few times until we get to our results. So this is the first page of interest that we'll reach after we complete each of those questions. And you'll see we have a breakdown of a few different scores that kind of describe us as a person, how realistic, investigative, artistic, social, enterprising, or conventional we are. With these scores, we're going to go back to our worksheet, and you'll see that I have a place for us to write each of these scores down. So I'm just going to copy my scores over. So I see I have 12, 15, 25, 12, 15, 25, and then 21, 18, 31, 21, 18, 31. Okay, now that we filled those out, we're on to the next question. What career from Zone 1 are you the most interested in? Well, we don't really know what zones are yet. We haven't talked about this yet. So let's go ahead and skip forward just a tiny bit. If we go and hit next, and we're going to hit next a couple times, you'll reach a page that looks like this where it says select a job zone. We're going to start in job zone 1. And you'll see that this has a little descriptor on it, little or no preparation needed. As a short summary, the higher the job zone number is, the more training and more preparation is required in order to get a job like that. I'm going to go ahead and hit next after making sure job zone 1 is selected. And once again, we'll hit next. So on these pages here, you'll see a couple different suggestions for jobs that you might be able to go out and get with no training or very little training needed. I'm going to skip ahead to job zone 2 at the top for just a moment here to point out some more details. You'll see that there's this little puzzle piece icon that is next to jobs that might be a great fit for me. If we scroll down or maybe move over to the next page, we'll see that there's also a puzzle piece that sometimes will say best fit. And these are the jobs that the interest profiler thinks that we're going to be really well suited for. But I'm going to go back to job zone 1 for now. And if we click on each of these jobs, it should tell us a little bit more about what these jobs are. So if you're not really sure what any of these jobs are, it's okay. Just click on the link and it will take us to a website that will tell us a little bit about the job and what you would do there. I'm going to close out of this tab now. But for now, let's say maybe I want my zone 1 job to be barista. So I'll go back to the worksheet and I'll say barista. Then next, what career from zone 2 are you the most interested in? We'll go back to the interest profiler, select zone 2, and we'll look for a job that we think is going to be a good fit for us. I do encourage you to look for specifically the ones that have a puzzle piece icon next to them. So let's see which ones are going to be a good fit for me personally. I think word processor and typist is a great fit for me. I'm a very fast typist and I'm very proud of the fact. Looks like it won't let me copy and paste, and that's okay. So I'll just write in typist. Now career from zone 3. Again, we'll switch over to zone 3 here. And I see that this one says court reporters and simultaneous captioners. You know what? I think that is something that I might be actually kind of good at. It's marked with a best fit as well, so I'm going to mark that one down. And we can shorthand some of these, so I'm just going to write court reporters to save some time. Next up, career zone 4. Editors, well, that one's not so surprising. So I'm going to go ahead and write down editors. And lastly, career from Zone 5. Curators, that doesn't really sound like me. Librarians and media collection specialists, maybe. That'd be a maybe for me. Education, historians, teaching assistants. Funny how that works out. But let's go with librarians and media collection specialist. So, well, why don't we just call that media collections? On this last question, it's asking, out of any of the 5 zones, which career are you the most interested in? And I'm going to go with editors. I've already chosen that career, and it's worked out okay for me so far. So why don't we say editors? Lastly, at the bottom here, we're going to explain why it is that we're interested in this career. So just in my example here of editors, editors get to express creative freedom. They use a lot of computer technical skills to enhance their vision. And lastly, editors can work as either a team or on their own. So that would be my own personal answer for, in at least 3 complete sentences, why I'm interested in a career as an editor. But that's going to wrap up this one. I hope this video helped, and I will see you all back in class. Bye now.